let's go. There we go. All right. Very beginner friendly. These berms are probably one of my favorites out here at Erwin. Section is really fun. In turbo mode. I think this section would be really fun if you could actually ride it coming down the hill rather than going up. They could incorporate some small jump lines and some wooden features as you're coming down, but the path has always been uphill in this section of Erwin, so that's how we're gonna ride it. Beautiful. And for the most of spring here, we actually had a lot of rain, and a lot of our trails were actually closed due to the rain. But Erwin finally opened up about a week and a half ago, so it's looking pretty dry now. It is a two-way trail system, meaning bikers ride one way and hikers ride coming the other way, so you do have to be careful for hikers. And there are people here with dogs, so just be aware of that. Wow, that wasn't good. That was tore up. I had to be careful. They've tried to fill in a lot of areas with dirt this past winter, but as the year progresses, I'm sure the trail starts to get beat up again. All right, let's hit it here. Okay. And every year we get these beautiful blooms. I definitely recommend coming out here March and April, where all these wild grasses are blooming with different colors. And it's much more green than it is right now. Being the lazy guy that I am, I ended up going for an e-bike. Whew, flying. Now, the feature that we're about to pull up to here, I think I stared at for 2-3 years and was afraid to attempt it, but it's actually easier than it looks. Get down. Oh, get the berm. Beautiful. There's another feature I looked at for a while. Nice little drop. Get this up, man. Wow, that's blown out. The only changes I've made to the bike is I put my carbon bar from my Capra on this, and also I switched out my old seat with the new seat. Another great thing about Erwin is you've got certain areas that are like wide open, and then you've got other areas that are completely covered in trees, so you get nice shady areas, and you also get open areas. A lot of roots here. Bridge. Hit the log. Sweet. I think that the Maxxis tires that came on my Capra, so an NASA guy up front, the HR2 in the rear, I think they were a little bit softer, had just a little bit more feel, but I believe that these Continental Cryptotals have more support when you lean on them. They don't give out as fast. Battery life. I think it's got a 430 watt battery. I'm averaging around 30-35 miles. Kind of depends on also where you're riding. There used to be a really cool small jump right here that they got rid of, but and there's been 2 occasions where I've come across copperheads. So you got to be careful. So I'm only going to be riding like the first half of Erwin because I only have so much time to ride today, but I'll definitely do another video showing the back end of Erwin with the new additions. Erwin went from like 9 miles to around 15, which is great. Yeah, you can see this wall here. And just like that, we're headed back to the parking lot. If you continue on the trail, it's going to take you to the second half of Erwin. But we'll skip that for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions about Erwin, just let me know if you have any questions about the bike. And tune in for more videos.